What made Taylor Swift become this huge compared with other equally talented artists? Marketing, relatability, talent, and luck have been mentioned, but consistency is a big one too. She has put out an album every 2 years for the better part of 2 decades. She's been around a long time, make that much music, and something is bound to stick. She has also managed to avoid self-destructive behavior such as excessive drinking or drugs, and she has maintained close relationships with family, childhood friends, and collaborators. These things have helped her avoid some of the reasons other artists have fizzled out. A combo of talent, business savvy, parent help, and pure luck. She has the right combo of talents. Lots of people can sing, although it's a rarer talent to do so at a professional level. Lots of people are good at marketing and/or managing a business. There are good songwriters. Playing guitar is a pretty common talent. Same with dancing and stage presence. People manage public personas okay. People work hard, creating a substantial body of professional output. A sadly low number of people deal well with being in the spotlight. But how many people have Al? I think a lot of answers here are missing the mark and are maybe not in the target audience. I'm 31, and it's hard to explain how hard she hit the scene with middle schoolers when she first came out. Those middle schoolers are now full adults, and she's picked up younger fans throughout the years, which helped build her into the powerhouse she is today. She's also done some interesting things like working with Aaron Dessner and Bon Iver that produced my personal favorite albums of hers. She's Al. I think her music just represents suburban, middle-class, girlhood in the most realistic way. It's relatable. She wasn't so focused on being sexy all the time like others. Her music is easily digestible, and whether you love her or hate her, some of her songs are very catchy to appeal to the masses, while her albums still placate her more dedicated listeners. I'm a 28-year-old woman and have listened to Taylor Swift since she first released music. I don't identify as a Swiftie or whatever, but Taylor is unique in that she got famous writing songs that weren't about sex and self-objectification. Really, there aren't any other major female artists that appeal to women of all ages like that. Equally talented is doing a lot of heavy lifting here. She's really good at what she does. Taylor Swift tapped a huge, unrealized market for introspective content among girls and young women. She produces indie/songwriter lyrics and themes and sets them to simple, pop, and folk hooks. She writes songs that are relatable to a lot of people with vulnerability that other pop ballads don't carry with the same emphasis. She's mastered that lane of music, and her consistency in it drives most of her popularity. She consistently puts out an album at least every 2 years. She's on huge tours constantly. She's good to her fans and her concert crew and donates to food banks in a lot of cities where she performs. It also helps that she mostly stays out of controversies and has the business savvy of someone who could have been in the C-suite of marketing if she hadn't gone into music. Honestly, she's a very good businesswoman. She knows her brand. She knows how to maintain it while letting it grow with her. She grinds hard. She's set some legal precedents that will benefit other artists, and she generally keeps her nose pretty clean. I don't love her music, but I can respect her discipline. She also seems to enjoy paying it forward. It's given people a lot more reasons to like her than dislike her. She's relatable. Fans relate to her. She has a quality of being someone you'd be friends with. Her music came out before streaming services such as Spotify became huge. This allowed her music to be consumed by many people who may not have given her a try, but when they did, found that they liked her. Have you heard about monoculture? There's a point in time before subscription services where everyone participated in the same culture, more or less. There were only a few radio stations, a few channels to watch a show, a few ways for certain media to get to the masses. These days, ever. Some of these answers give real incel vibes. I think you have to give credit to her songwriting being extremely relatable to all the young women who love her. It's basic stuff, but her messaging is very controlled and efficient. The biggest thing is she has built a very direct relationship with her fans. She's an exceptionally good businesswoman who knows how to sell her brand well. I think she's an exceptionally prolific songwriter. Volume of work is massive for her age. Record label picked her up to be a songwriter for their talent in the first place, as it was no secret her vocals needed work. Then we get to the second piece of the equation. Her parents were wealthy enough that she could afford to stand her ground and say, "No, I want to record my own songs." Dad bought equity in the label, and Taylor got to record them. People loved the country wunderkind angle and teen. Taylor Swift's lyrics are a constant that she's always had. She's a good storyteller. Her singing ability is something she's honed over the years. You can hear a pretty big difference between her early stuff and what her voice is now, aging aside, but she's never tried to be something she isn't. She's experimented with genres and evolved in her self-expression, but her music was always \*her \star. She's also a very savvy businesswoman. People call it the Taylor Swift effect. Pretty much every single person can find a song written by her that speaks to a situation in their life in a deep and almost eerie way. People who haven't found that song yet often laugh about her music and say it's for white teenage girls. Then they later find their song and get hooked on the rest once it clicks. There's something deeply connecting about her lyricism and sound. To add, another piece that adds to her popularity is the endless new music, keeping to the formula that works. Willing to tour non-stop for years.
TSHS je ne sais quoi.
You can try to quantify it, but there is just something special about her, and none of the answers given in this thread are going to explain the gestalt of the phenomenon. There are colleges that literally have Taylor studies classes that look at this question and try to figure out the answer. But for example, all these people saying she writes relatable music. Like, sure, young girls when debut came out probably definitely related to it, and that definitely helped. Sometimes I feel like asking this is like asking why a particular person won the lottery. Sure, Taylor Swift has the basic ingredients. She can sing, she's attractive, she can play instruments, she has stage presence. But not uniquely so, and about 1 million other people have the same. You go on YouTube and there are thousands of singers you've probably never heard of who are incredibly talented, and they likely never will be famous either. In an alternate universe, she's just another pretty G. Talent plus insane consistency plus knowing how to turn her life into a storyline. Taylor Swift basically made her career feel like a series people can't stop watching. Pretty, white, inoffensive, appeals to majority, industry connections, well-written, catchy songs. Not in any particular order of importance. Started out in country music, which has a very large, very loyal demography of fans, and then moved into mainstream pop. Appeals to young women and children mainly, so her fanbase has grown with her, and every year she adds new children to her base who go on to grow with her. Offers a safe, mainly sexless, tween version of romance for wide distribution. Seems like a genuinely decent person, TBH.